Hello everyone, I'm Nero, and welcome back to Daily English Stories, the place where we don't just learn English, but also explore inspiring stories to become a better version of ourselves every single day. If this is your first time tuning into the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Today, I'm super excited because we're about to embark on a special journey together. A journey that could transform the way you see your life and yourself. Have you ever wondered, why do some people seem to always succeed, standing out in a crowd, while I feel stuck in the same place? I used to think it was all about natural talent, luck, or better circumstances. But through creating content for Daily English Stories and connecting with millions of amazing followers like you, I've realized something profound. It's not about being born special. It's about doing the things that 90% of people don't dare or bother to do. And here's the best part, those things aren't complicated. They're just 6 simple principles that anyone, yes, you and me included, can apply to become better every day. By the end of this podcast, I'm betting you'll say, wow, why is this so simple? Not only that, I'll share my real story, how I went from being lazy, procrastinating, and waiting for perfection to completely turning my life around with these principles. If I can do it, trust me, you can too. So, what are these 6 principles? Here they are. The 5-second rule to beat procrastination instantly. Choosing the harder path to build resilience. Persistence, the power of never giving up. Long-term thinking to act like a winner. Planning and setting goals, the roadmap to success. And finally, don't wait for perfection, start today. For each principle, I'll not only explain what it is but also give you practical solutions you can use right away. So, give me your full attention because this isn't just a podcast, it's your chance to change your life. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Alright, picture this, your alarm goes off in the morning. You know you need to get up, to exercise, study English, or kick off a productive day. But then, a little voice in your head whispers, just 5 more minutes, it's no big deal. So, you hit snooze, roll over, and before you know it, the day's gone, and you're telling yourself, I'll start tomorrow. Sound familiar? I've been there so many times. Some days, I'd wake up planning to record a new video for Daily English Stories, but I'd put it off because I didn't feel ready. Then I stumbled across a little trick that changed everything, the 5-second rule. This idea comes from Mel Robbins, a famous speaker, and it's so simple you'll be amazed. When you know you need to do something, instead of hesitating or overthinking, just count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then act immediately. No hesitation, no analysis, no excuses. The first time I tried this, I needed to write a script for a video. I was sitting there, staring at a blank screen, with my mind full of negative thoughts. I'm not good enough, this won't turn out well, I'll do it tomorrow. But then I said to myself, let's try this 5-second thing. I counted, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and started typing. 10 minutes later, I had half a page done. That procrastination feeling? Gone. Replaced by pride that I'd beaten it. So why does this work? Science says our brains tend to overthink. When you hesitate, the analytical part of your brain kicks in, coming up with every reason not to act. But when you count down, you activate the action part of your brain, like flipping a switch to get your body moving. Solution for you, next time you want to do something but feel stuck, whether it's getting up early, learning new English words, calling a client, or starting a small project, try the 5-second rule. Count down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go for it. I bet you'll be shocked at how fast you can push past laziness. Give it a shot today and let me know how it feels in the comments. Was it easier than you thought? I'd love to hear your story over on Daily English Stories. Have you ever heard the saying, take the road less traveled, and it will make all the difference? I used to be the guy who always picked the easy way out. Instead of cooking, I'd order fast food. Instead of reading, I'd watch movies. Instead of learning a new skill for daily English stories, I'd scroll through social media all day. But then it hit me, easy choices rarely lead to lasting value. One day, I decided to try something I never thought I could do: sign up for a 15-kilometer run. Before that, I'd never run more than 5 kilometers. My mind was full of doubts: I'll never make it, that's too far, I'll just sign up for fun, no way I'll actually finish. But I went for it anyway. I made a training plan, started with short runs, and when race day came, I didn't just finish 15 kilometers, I felt stronger and more confident than ever. The choose the harder path principle isn't about punishing yourself. It's about building your ability to endure, pushing past limits, and standing out. 90% of people pick the easy stuff: sleeping in, scrolling on their phones, staying comfy. But if you choose the hard stuff, like practicing English daily, facing your fear of public speaking, or starting a new project, you'll leap ahead of them fast. Solution for you: every day, pick at least one thing that's harder than usual. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Instead of saying, "I don't know," take time to figure it out. If you're torn between two options, go for the tougher one, it's usually the one with the bigger payoff. These small choices add up and make you someone extraordinary. What do you think about this principle? What hard thing will you try today? Share it with me in the comments, I can't wait to hear. How many times have I quit something? Probably no fewer than you have. I've started tons of projects, learning a new language, exercising, creating content for daily English stories, and then dropped them because I didn't see quick results. With the channel, I even posted one video and gave up because no one watched. I thought, maybe this isn't for me. But then I came across Thomas Edison's story, the guy who invented the light bulb. He failed thousands of times before he got it right. He said, "I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that don't work." Then there's J.K. Rowling, the Harry Potter author. She got rejected 12 times before her book was published, and now she's one of the most famous writers ever. I thought, if they kept going, why can't I? So, I went back to daily English stories. I started posting more regularly, even if only a few people watched at first. Slowly but surely, the audience grew, and now we've got an incredible community with millions of you here. If you're listening to this, please support me with a like and a subscribe. I promise to keep putting out videos consistently, at least once a week. Check back every Sunday for new content. Persistence isn't a talent, it's a habit. 90% of people quit when things get tough, but if you keep going, even slowly, you'll go further than they ever imagine. Solution for you: next time you feel like giving up, ask yourself, what if I keep going for just one more day? Then do it, one more day, then another. Success doesn't come instantly, but it comes if you don't stop. Have you ever stuck with something and succeeded? Tell me your story in the comments, I'd love to hear it. Have you ever bought something because it looked cool, then never used it? I once splurged on an expensive camera and a phone gimbal, thinking I'd make amazing videos for daily English stories. Guess what? They ended up collecting dust, and I didn't make a single decent video. Why? I was thinking short-term, expecting instant results. Then I realized something: the best people don't chase quick wins. They aim for goals 5 or 10 years down the road. When I started thinking long-term, I set bigger goals, like not just running 5 kilometers, but a full marathon. I broke it into daily training steps, and after a year, I was standing at the starting line of a real marathon. Solution for you: spend 5 minutes a day thinking about your future. Who do you want to be in 5 years? Then do one small thing today to get closer, like learning 5 English words, writing a journal entry, or exercising for 10 minutes. 90% of people only think about this week, but you'll outpace them with a longer vision. I picked up this principle from Brian Tracy's planning book. He has a great quote: "Politicians think of the next election, patriots think of the next generation." Which mindset will you choose? Let me know in the comments. Have you ever driven without knowing where you're going? That's how I used to live my life: no plans, no goals, just drifting day by day. The result? I wasted years getting nowhere. But then I started writing down goals, learn a new skill, run 3 times a week, make videos regularly for daily English stories. At first, I thought it was pointless, but after 3 months, I'd mastered a skill and felt healthier than ever. Planning and setting goals is like drawing a map for your life. Without it, you're lost. 90% of people live spontaneously, but with a clear plan, you'll know where you're headed and get there faster. Solution for you: grab a piece of paper and write down 3 goals you want to hit in the next 6 months. Break them into small steps and act on them daily. Just 15 minutes of planning can save you hours of wandering. Do you have a plan for your future yet? Share it with me in the comments. This is the most important principle, and the one I messed up the most. I delayed starting this podcast for daily English stories for 2 whole years because I thought I wasn't good enough, didn't have fancy gear, or lacked ideas. But one day, I asked myself, if I keep waiting, will I ever start? So, I grabbed my phone, recorded my first episode, and posted it, even though it wasn't perfect. The result? I got tons of encouragement and thanks for the content. That alone made all my fears disappear. 90% of people wait for the perfect moment, the perfect job, perfect health, perfect mood. But here's the truth: there's no perfect moment. You've got to start with what you have right now. Solution for you: today, right after this podcast, do one small thing you've been putting off: send an email, run for 5 minutes, write a journal line, or record a short video. Starting is the first step to becoming exceptional. What will you start with? Let me know in the comments. So, there you have it, the 6 simple principles to become your best self every day. The 5-second rule. Choose the harder path. Persistence. Long-term thinking. Planning and goals. Don't wait for perfection. I won't promise life will be easy, but I promise that if you use these principles, you'll soar past 90% of people who just dream without acting. Your story begins today, not tomorrow, not next Monday. Who will you choose to be? An ordinary person or an extraordinary version of yourself? I'd love to hear from you. Which principle will you start with? Drop it in the comments below. If this podcast helped you, please hit like, subscribe to Daily English Stories, and share it with friends to spread the inspiration. I'll see you next Tuesday with a new video. And remember, the best time to start is right now, today. Thanks for listening, and have an amazing day.